Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. The show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Avenir Wellness is using technology to develop new products as well as ingredients for the wellness industry. And with me is the CEO, Nancy Duitch, to talk about one of your newest products, DNA Complex. I have the name right. Tell me all about it, and then let's talk a little bit more about what it does.
So DNA Complex is really stands for Deep Nano Active Complex. Okay. And basically, I was having a conversation with Rob Davidson, who's the developer and formulator and creator of this product. He's also created Zicam and chloroseptic strips and some other, fabulous, great consumer products. And he's a brilliant scientist. And he says, he goes, we have this new technology with these polymers that we have patents on. And he says, I think that we can actually get rid of temporarily the wrinkles and have the appearance of those disappear within 2 minutes. And I believe we can try to get it without having that white film that comes with most line fillers. And so as we went through the iterations, and we had 60 iterations over a year, and we also learned that because of how they did the encapsulation factor and how they created the formula and mixed it, that it also has long-term results as well for people.
So you launched this a few weeks ago. How's that going so far?
Well, we were really surprised. So we did a early access release, and this is something I like to do anyway, just to get a feel, is something going to work before I put, a lot of marketing dollars behind something. And so we actually released it with Nicole Kidman on Oscar night, and we had her makeup artist do her makeup and use the DNA Complex for the first time on Nicole. And so her makeup artist gave all these interviews to InStyle and a ton of different magazines, and of course we got picked up by everybody, and we started getting orders Monday morning. We then advertised in Skim, and the Skim, for those who don't know in your audience, is the largest women's beauty wellness newsletter in the United States. They have 7 million subscribers.
Yeah, there's huge success, yeah.
We were in there on Wednesday with DNA as a pre-sale, early access only. And when I woke up, I looked at my phone and I had over 100 orders on my phone at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I went, holy cow, what is going on here? I totally forgot that the Skim, puts it out at 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah.
California time. And I kept looking at it. And when we got into the office by 8 o'clock, we had $35,000 worth of orders. And by the end of the week, we had about doubled that.
Oh, wow.
And so we felt that this was a really great beginning, that the marketing was right, the messaging was right, and the Skim called us and told us we were their #1 item all through the month of March, that they had never seen such big success before. So
interesting.
We were really excited about that, and we're going to replay it again as soon as we get more inventory.
I was going to say, do you have enough to supply all these orders?
Well, we will, but I have to tell you, we will in about 2 to 3 weeks. But I will tell you, the before and after pictures, the real time of people using this has been unbelievable. And I mean, really, to take a whole year to make sure there was no white film on your face was a major deal.
Can you talk about the science of it at all? I know some of this is proprietary, I'm sure. You mentioned the patents, but can you talk about the science? Like what went into making this product?
Oh, wow. So it was a lot of trial and error with different ingredients and different polymers and peptides. I think most people out there know what peptides are, at least women do. When you listen to TV commercials, that's all you hear is peptides. But what Rob did that was different is he was able to take this encapsulation technology that we own, that we have patents on, and actually make the ingredients go into the skin so that it works from the inside out as opposed to lying on the surface of your skin. So most products that you buy lie on the surface of your skin. They don't go into your skin to work. But with a great delivery system and this deep nano active delivery system that he created, it goes into your deep dermal layers and works inside out. And that's what makes it so special. And that is the trade secret. And that I can't tell you anymore.
Right, I'm sure, yeah. So where can somebody buy this or find out more information about it?
Well, you can go to seralabshealth.com, seralabshealth.com. We have a special landing page called DNA Complex, and you can go there to buy the product. We will have product in 3 weeks. For any of the audience who's watching, we are going to give a discount coupon, so it's VIP TV20 for anybody who wants to buy the product. I think it's a game changer for the industry and a game changer for this company.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see where this takes us, but I believe that, you know, when you do a little test and it goes a long way, I believe that we're going to have a huge success with
Yeah,
this.
it sounds like a very successful launch already. So.
Well, what it's doing is people came and they bought other products from us too. So I believe that one great hero product lifts all others in your line. So
yes, we get that kind of halo effect.
Exactly.
With some other companies. So
yeah.
Nancy, thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to come back and give you an update.
Research efforts to discover new antibiotics have stalled. New antibiotics were discovered and developed at a breathtaking pace. But enter Acurx Pharmaceuticals. They are a biopharmaceutical company focused on developing new antibiotics for difficult-to-treat infections such as MRSA, VRE, and DRSP. We face new threats every day, big and small. Acurx Pharma is on the front lines of health using technology to help us treat tomorrow's infections today. Acurx Pharmaceuticals.
The Cottages on the Key is a luxury vacation rental marketing and management company based in Florida. They currently manage a substantial amount of properties with a value of over $165 million in the portfolio. And they have a unique recipe for renting luxury homes, and they're shortly going to be taking that to a nationwide level with the Compass collection. So with me is the president and CEO of Cottages on the Key, Heather Plampin, and also Matt Farhat, the head of business development as well. So great to have you guys back to rainy New York. I know you're coming from Florida. So Heather, just tell me about Cottages on the Key. What's the business model? How does it all work?
Right. So back in 2008, during the housing crisis, my father Roger and I were desperately seeking revenue so that we could save our homes from foreclosure. So we decided that we would self-manage our own homes on the vacation rental market. That is the beginning of our success story. Flash forward to 14 years later, and here we sit. We do the exact same thing for other owners on our portfolio, and we have a revenue outlook of just over $14 million for 2023.
Florida will, but how do you kind of gauge what's going on in other parts of the country?
Yeah, that's a great question. We invest a lot of resources with people and data systems to understand competitive pricing in different areas, booking trends, booking windows in all those areas. So our job is to be the experts in that field, and then the owner's job is to be the expert in their field of presenting a good guest experience, making them feel special. And we'll take that deep dive data analysis for their area, not only to create a competitive pricing model, but also to make a revenue plan specifically for their home to be maximized.
Yeah, and then Heather, talk about the plans, because you're launching right now, right? This Compass collection.
Right.
So we'll have you back to talk more about that as the business develops, but talk about how that will work and look exactly.
Well, yes. Okay, so we're going to launch on a national level. We've developed systems and processes now. We've refined them to the point in our own backyard of Florida that we feel ready to go in the other markets. And we've done a lot of research. We have teams in place of analysts and researchers that are going to help us do just that. That is basically what we want to do.
It's the beautiful thing about what we're doing, our expertise, is we're able to provide them and earn them more money with less stress. Take out the hassle of marketing the home, trying to find the guest, respond to inquiries, respond to questions about booking your home. Take that out of your equation. let us handle that at a higher revenue performance, and then still get to enjoy the benefits of your investment property.
And plus the customer knows it's always going to be a quality home if you're kind of vetting them.
It's all about the branding. It's all about the guest experience and being able to cross-sell it across regional markets. We currently enjoy an over 35% guest retention rate. Those guests are looking for that brand experience to be carried over to other markets. That's what we want to deliver. And if we partner ourselves with the right owner, they will honor that as well.
How can owners find out about how they could possibly partner with you with their properties?
Yeah, so they're going to email us at owners@thecompasscollection.com. They can visit our website, thecompasscollection.com. Or there's a QR code, I think, on your guys' TV, so we can scan that as well. Either way, when they message us, they're going to get a human response. It's not going to be an automated system. They're not just going to be put in the queue being a number. It's going to be a human connection, a human liaison for them to build out their revenue forecast.
We like to say, we are not just an app, and you are not just a number.
Yeah. Well, it's great. And you've had a lot of success so far and going nationwide. So
we're ready.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane.
Thanks, Jane.
OriginClear is doing some very innovative things with water, and it involves decentralization of water. With me is Kim Berenger, the Executive Vice President of OriginClear and also co-creator of Water on Demand. So let's start with, I saw that you had a nearly triple revenue increase year over year.
Thanks for having me.
Great to have
back.
you
Great
back.
to see you again.
So, I mean, that's something to be commended, especially as the economy has slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, we're extremely proud. So we released a couple of different numbers. Our revenue was nearly tripled at 250%, which in the water business, I mean, they're popping champagne if you're up 10% year over year.
Right.
It's
very steady.
slow-moving business.
Yeah.
Right.
It's utility.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of a stunning number. Our gross profit for the company was up 262%, and again, another near triple. So
these are year-over-year numbers.
Year over year, 21 through 22. We just released the final year-end numbers. So the street, we're going to absorb all that, and we're very, very excited about it. Now, really, what we're really proud of is the team. They have consistently delivered results for us, and what I think is probably the most exciting part is we just announced the transfer of our modular water systems to our holistic water as a service division, Water on Demand. And what this allows for us to do is combine both the technology and the finance to deliver unlimited scalability in the water business. This is a $1 trillion problem. Okay, so $1 trillion problems are not going to be solved by any one single company or probably any 100 companies. The ability to integrate finance, total service, kind of a holistic view with actual technology that is, kind of drop and go and can be removed. We think that's the key to being able to scale this globally eventually.
Right. Well, and that's an interesting aspect of your business. As you grow, you might be able to also incubate other innovative water companies.
Look, our hope is to be able to kind of raise the kids, get them off to college, get them, pay for Harvard Law, pay for Harvard Law, and then the kids can, pay us back. And we would love to see. There is no incubator in water, and water is a technology-based business. It's not pipes and valves. This is a highly technologically advanced business, and there is no incubation or incubator for water technology, or aquatech as they refer to it now. We set out to be the world's first incubator for water technology, and happily, and I'm very proud of the team for this, we've successfully incubated our first with the only meaningful benchmark that makes any sense, right? We started out with virtually zero and was able to transfer it for, like I said, many fold our investment.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, and such a problem with water and cleanliness of it and lack of it, and you're really trying to address that.
It's an upstream problem. Right now, we treat it downstream. Right, everything flows downstream to a centralized water plant here in New York City. You know, I grew up, New York City water was the best water. Not so much anymore, right? Because everything's coming up from upstream down to downstream. They're doing their best, but you got 80 million different contaminants in your water. How can one centralized system possibly address that? If you treat the water at the place it's being contaminated and you address those specific contaminants with a private, decentralized water utility, the quality of that water coming to the centralized system is better. And if you charge the polluter, right, you and I are paying for water, okay? We're paying the same as the guy who produces millions of gallons a month, okay? That's crazy, right? And he's the one polluting it, we're not, okay? So if you charge the end user, you're actually saving that business a fortune, okay? So he's happy. But the quality of what comes down to the end user is much better. And potentially, we can start to deliver water in decades to come cheaper or even free.
Yeah, interesting. Well, thank you so much, Ken,
Thank
for
you.
the update, and look forward to the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jason Greer. If you're like most business owners, you have many issues in your workplace that need to be addressed. My company, Greer Consulting Inc., helps businesses just like yours. The world is changing and many CEOs and businesses understand this, but they don't know how to properly address it. If you have diversity issues, Greer Consulting can help you. Are you seeing signs of union organizing at your workplace? If so, Greer Consulting helps companies from all industries remain union-free and achieve the appropriate productivity objectives. If you need help with either of these issues, please contact Greer Consulting and we will definitely take care of you.
Jason Greer is a labor relations and diversity management consulting expert who works with client organizations and also leaders to address challenges and help them solve problems in the complex workforce. So with me, the founder and CEO of Greer Consulting, Jason Greer. Great to have you back here.
Great to see you, Jen.
So diversity in the workplace has become a hot topic for CEOs. There's modifications of policies and so forth. I mean, tell me why this is important and what you're seeing in today's workforce related to this.
Jane, diversity in the workplace is on all the headlines, especially right now. You know, at Greer Consulting, we are subject matter experts in this. But Jane, as you know, because we've talked about this, I'm also the victim of cross burnings when I was 17 years old by the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. So I understand diversity at a core level because I've seen what racism looks like. I think one of the troubling trends that I'm seeing more and more, I'm seeing diversity consultants and diversity trainers who are basically using white guilt to prey upon people, to prey upon especially executives, and they're using it as a competitive advantage.
Okay.
At Greer Consulting, we don't do that because why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because I have been around the country, I've been around the world, and I will tell you fundamentally, people are the same. I don't care where they're from in terms of demographics, people are all fundamentally the same. They want to do good work, they want to take care of their families, more importantly, they want to be part of the solution and not seen as the problem. So what we do at Greer Consulting is that we address how to develop the solution with our clients, but more importantly, we're looking at executives who, God bless them, so many executives, when you bring up statistics, they're right on it. But when you really bring up diversity, they become paralyzed by this issue because it's such a thorny issue.
Yeah.
We take the guesswork away from them and we provide them with security because we address diversity at the core element, which is we're just people trying to get along and we don't need to guilt you in the process.
Yeah, I mean, we all have got to kind of work together and come up with a solution.
Absolutely.
And what's best for the business and makes everybody feel comfortable at work, not the divisiveness. I think that makes things worse.
Absolutely, Jane. You know, our approach at Greer Consulting is this. We come in, we help you with training, we help you to we take away the boogeyman, which is associated with diversity. And again, that gets back to the fact that so many people have lobbed this issue of race at, generally speaking, white executives. They make them feel guilty over things, but it doesn't have to be like that. We take the guesswork out of the process and we really get at the core, which is oftentimes just basic misunderstanding and miscommunication.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's really important. I mean, what are some of the things that you suggest or try to implement in a workforce to try to solve these issues?
Absolutely. We tackle training, we do workplace investigations, but I think it really comes back to one simple fact. We are all human beings doing our best to get along, especially within the workplace. So what we do is we bring the parties together, we get away from the guilt, and we really look at the core issues that companies are facing, whether it be today or tomorrow, because what we do more than anything else is that we provide you with security.
Yeah. Okay, so how can somebody find out more about Greer Consulting?
Definitely go to hiregci.com. But I'm going to tell you this, if you're an executive out there that's dealing with any kind of workplace issue as it relates to diversity, call me. Because we will help to demystify this thing called diversity. Because I don't care what other consultants have said, I don't care what trainers have said, I don't even care what the media says. The boogeyman doesn't exist. It's something that people have fabricated in order to sell books, in order to sell training. We come in, we provide you with security, but more importantly, we provide you with peace of mind.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely kind of a hot topic right now.
Absolutely.
Not everybody knows how to totally navigate correctly, so, and you can help them with that. So.
We got them covered.
Thank you so much, Jason.
Hey, thanks, Jane.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
SMX is using blockchain technology in a variety of industries, mining, fashion, and with me is the CEO, Alon, to talk about gold today, and how you're using your technology for gold. So let's start with that. How is it applied to the gold industry?
So good morning. I have a surprise. I have a little sunshine in my pocket, as you might call it.
Okay.
I brought especially for you 5.9 purity gold bar, marked with the SMX markers.
So
now,
can I hold it? Yeah,
please.
This is amazing. It is heavier than you'd think.
It is heavy.
I could do bar curls with this. So, okay, so explain how your technology is used in this gold bar.
Sure. So we start at mine site because this gives you origin and provenance. We mark the gold when it is mined. Then we mark it again when it's refined in the refineries. Our markers survive the refined process. So you have the origin and the brand of the company who really sourced the gold, and also the name of the company who made out of it a product, minted it. Then we would mark it again at product stage, whether it's a gold bar for financial markets and banks, whether it's a jewelry, whether it's gold that goes to the electronic and military industry. So you have full visibility from mine to product.
Okay, so track and trace.
Track
which
and
is,
trace.
I love that term. Can I tell from that, or do I have to take it somewhere and have it read by something to see that whole track and trace?
So we give our clients a full service of the platform, meaning the ability to mark it, to authenticate it with our unique readers, and an access to the secure blockchain ledger. So they get from us a full platform service, which is managed by them.
Okay, got it. And why is this important? Why do I need to know the origin of gold and its whole life cycle?
So it has many purposes. One is everything related to ethical sourcing, and ethical sourcing usually is associated to quality. Then it's everything related to the purity of the gold. So all players, all stakeholders in this ecosystem, the miners, the refiners, the regulators, and the end consumer, whether you are a federal bank of a state, whether you're somebody who would go to a jewelry store to buy a present, you would like to know that the product was ethically sourced and that it was at the right quality of what it should be. And with our technology, you get those two purposes.
Yeah.
But it goes even further, because as for today, we can also provide the ability to know whether the gold that is used is recycled gold or newly minted gold. And by that, you can be what we call a conscious, sustainable gold customer.
So you're using blockchain technology to just authenticate that it is what it says it is. Where it came from, is the right amount of gold, and all of that.
So we use a dual system. One is our concept of giving materials memory, which is adding our molecular markers, our chemicals inside the gold in all the various stages. So the marker knows how to both quantify and qualify the product, and all of this data through our system is recorded on the blockchain. So you have a unique, secure point between the physical world and the digital world.
Got it. Now we've talked about how the consumer benefits. How does the gold industry benefit from having this technology?
The gold industry benefits because everything related to inter-sales between companies, anything related to managing the resource, how much virgin, how much recycled, where what is produced, and obviously the transparency of the commercialization of buying and selling gold is now in a different level.
Yeah. Now, do you see this growing more in the gold industry?
So gold market and precious metals market are booming. It's not a secret. And we see growing demand because for our knowledge, we enable our clients from both ends, from the mine to the end client, to speak directly without intermediates. And this is a key benefit.
Oh, interesting. Thank you so much, H, for coming and explaining that and bringing the gold.
Thank you
Always
very
good
much.
to have gold around. Thank you.